Hi everyone, Larry Delano here again, this time with Waza number 23. This Waza introduces slipping, which we haven't really seen much of before. We've had dodging out and angling out and sliding out and things like this, but this one actually is a type of slip, and that's the new feature here. Plus it incorporates a sweep to take the guy down. So here we go, here's the Waza here, and the guy comes in with the right punch. I move in to avoid the punch or slip the punch, and my intent is to ram my left fist right into the attacker's solar plexus. So as he comes forward, I go in and I go down and hit him right in the solar plexus. Now, as I stop him here, then I slide my left foot out to the side, clipping him with an elbow, and then I use my right foot to sweep his leg, and my right hammer blow to throw him to the ground. And down I go, hitting him in the back of the neck, hitting him in the ribs, and then moving away from the downed opponent. That is the basic Waza. So let's look at that. The new element here is that dodge inward. So we're doing an inward slip instead of an outward angle position to avoid. We're actually going inside the attack. So you want to be careful when you come in and you're not standing up like this where you can be picked off with the right punch. And you want to go in enough and get the strikeout so you can avoid the knees coming up and things like that. So as I'm here, as the guy lunges in with his punch, I dive in there, boom, down in here, hit him down in there, across, sweep up, and then down is the Waza. Also, the leg sweep. So now we've introduced the idea of sweeping. And as you look at this Waza and look at the forms and practice this, you should practice various types of sweeping. This one here is using an inside sweep against the guy's front leg to toss him over this way. You clobber him down with the right hammer blow. There's also, you could use this, like if your leg's forward and his leg's forward, you come in and you sweep his leg this way. You can also use motions where you get him here and you sweep his leg across this way from the outside, okay? You could be in where I've moved in hitting the guy and my leg's in back of his leg, and I can sweep his leg this way and push him back at the same time. That's another very good motion. So you've got inside sweeping, outside sweeping, pulling the leg back. And there's many other kinds as you get into how you use your horse positions and move around to where you can sweep a person's leg out from under them. So that's a very important part of this Waza, is the idea of the leg sweeps. So that's the first practice in a Waza here with that. And then the move to the ground. It's using that scissoring effect to sweep and throw, and then you drop your weight to hit the guy right at the base of the neck here as he hits the ground, and then hit him in the side and move away. Some very good motions. So also, let's look at that inward evasion to see what we can do with that. If I come in and I hit him here, let's say something happens here and it's not conducive to go across and do the throw. Well, I've got a couple options there. As I'm here, I go and hit him here. I can move in with an uppercut here and then a right punch through here, right? I could use this motion here, right into a right punch. I could use this motion here and into a knife hand strike or a ridge strike in here. I could use this motion here up to an upward elbow, striking across here. That's right. So you can do a lot of different things inside without even going to the legs. Moving in that way, but moving to the outside. Let's incorporate some of that the outside. If I'm here and he were to throw a left, and I use that same motion here that I'm kind of doing here, what I do is shoot my hand up under his left in an uppercut, hitting him, or angle upward punch to hit him there. Same thing on the right. He throws the right, I V out and hit him up underneath with that strike, going to the inside under his attack. It works very, very effectively. The idea of the sweeps can take place at different times during the Waza. If I'm here, for instance, and the guy comes at me with a left jab, and I slap it down here, like in the previous Waza, like slapping it down, that Waza goes boom, and we hit him here, right? Well, then we throw him over our leg in a different Waza from the beginning. But if I were here and he comes on the jab, I sweep it, I hit him, I could pull his leg this way, making him fall by sweeping his base out from under him. Using the motion across and using the motion back are very similar ways to sweep the guy's feet and take him out. You could use that when you go boom. Here, I've hit him. As I move back, sweeping, he would fall down because his body's moving that way and I take his leg out. That's a way to do it. You can trip him by getting in back of his legs and pushing him over your leg like that. You can use motions where, let's say his right leg is forward and I come into him here with a block, I can press against the inside of his leg and throw him that way. That's getting a little more advanced, those types of motions. But those motions with the knee bumps show up in the falling leaf form, in the first 3 strikes that come in with a falling leaf form. So this Waza again is evasion. So you evade in hitting, cross over, hitting with the elbow, sweeping him down and hitting him down, dropping to one knee, powering into the back of his neck, hitting his side, and moving away is the basic Waza. Thank you very much. Next time, 24.